Shalom, Shalom Akim. Giving our praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Harakakwadash. Give double honors to all the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone, and rise up to the house of David. Got some creatures creeping up behind me. Can you see it? Can you see it? Little squirrel there. So yeah, I'm back in some nature. Do this walk and talk. The weather look good. The green look good. So we're continuing to turn up. This is the year of turn up, man. So we're going to do just that through the power and the spirit of Yahweh. Ba'ashem Yahushai. Ba'ashem Harakakwadash. Give double honors to all the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone, and rise up to the house of David. If I didn't say it already, I said it again. It's alright. So yeah, man, we're just gonna take in some fresh air for now on this little walk and talk. Bring out some precepts. Another day. This is the day the Most High has made, and we're gonna rejoice in that day, man. On this little walk and talk. We're still in January, man. We're not in August. You know, it seems like it though. August or April. Maybe not in April or May. We're in January. Beginning of the year. You would have thought it would have been cold, but it's not. It's alright, man. If it's alright with you, it's alright with me. Our praises to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. So yeah, the word for turn up in scripture's interpretation is to increase. I went into it a little bit in my last video. Turn up. We gotta turn this thing up. You know, regardless. How do we do that? Praise the Most High more. Praise Him more. Honor Him more. Let me bring out a precept. Get the ball rolling. Because we know that this world is depleting. While this world is depleting, Yehoratazar, Jacob is increasing. Right, Colossians 1. Couldn't say it better than I. Says it better than I could ever say. Colossians 1 and 10 says, that ye may walk worthy of the Lord unto all pleasing, being fruitful in every good work and increasing in the knowledge of God, strengthened with all might, according to His glorious power, unto all patience and long suffering with joyfulness. Patience there is there. It's a good one. Yeah. Strengthened. That's a good one. So we're strengthened. And every year we're supposed to be increasing. You know, Yehoratazar, with our videos, quantity, but also the quality. If I, you know, through the power and spirit of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, you know, according to what He gives us, of course, according to our lot, of course. Yes, strengthened with all might, according to His glorious power. Like I say, according to His might, according to our lot, what He's given to us, through the power of the Harakakwadash, His Spirit, unto all patience and long suffering, bearing up. Patience means to suffer, you know, patience and long suffering with all joyousness. So although we're going through our tribulations and trials, because we know there's light at the end of the tunnel, we see that joy, and we don't get shook, just not like these people do. You know, when they see a little something, a new variant, there's always something new. There's another one. You know, it's hard to keep up. You know, there's another one. My brother was going into it. Another variant. So obviously you're gonna need another. You're gonna need a booster 6. I think what we on now? Booster 6, booster 1 gone, booster 2 gone, booster 3. Now is what is it? Must be probably booster 6. I've got to check up on the news. You know, the latest. There's another one that's come out. You know, not the Omicron, but there's another one after that. So probably going to tell you to get booster 6. But we're not ignorant of Satan's devices, man. That's why the Most High give us these precepts, and he give us his spirit to discern the times that we're living in. All praises to Yahweh Hashem Yoshai. So we're going to carry on in this theme. This is in Luke 17. The theme is increasing. This world is depleting, but we are increasing. Luke 17 and 5 says, and the apostles said unto the Lord, increase our faith. Right? The apostles was asking the Lord to increase our faith, man. You know, that's what we do. You know, and he's doing just that. You know, like I say, through the apostles, through the elders, trickling on down, giving us that spirit. And that's where we get our faith, and that's where we get our strength from. Our glorious might and power. Right. So that's what they asked. They knew it couldn't come from their own strength. It wasn't of their own. So Yahushua, what did he say? Yeah, the answer in Luke 17 and 6 says, and the Lord said, if ye had faith as a grain of mustard seed, you might say unto this sycamine tree, be thou plucked up by the root, and be thou planted in the sea, and it shall obey you. Right. So these are some of my favorite precepts on when Yahushua told them the level of their faith, if they really had their faith. The mustard seed, be able to move mountains, or sycamore trees, or tell the fig tree to not give no more yield of figs, and you'll be able to do it. You know, all these soliloquies or illustration he used so that they can relate to what we're saying. Sycamore trees, mountains, these are things that they were surrounded by. Sycamore trees, mountains, fig trees. So yeah, man, that illustration rings home. So that's why they was asking for faith, and that was the answer. If you had that kind of faith, you would be able to move mountains. And I've gone into this a couple of times. That faith is that's how important faith is. Let's catch up round here, so. Catch up round here, so. The streams of water, the streams of living water. I've done a video on that too. You know, water represents life, man. Streams of water represents life-sustaining food, life-sustaining water. And he said, if you drink of this water, that's in John 4, and around John 4, chapter 4. If you drink of this water, you should never thirst again. It should increase in you and bubble up. You know, and bubble up and bubble over. You know, that's your faith. That's this truth. That's this knowledge. Yeah. I'll read that one again. Yeah. It's just to drive the point home. Luke 17, 6 says, and the Lord said, if you had faith as a grain of mustard seed, ye might say unto this sycamore tree, be thou plucked up by the roots, and be thou planted in the sea, and it shall obey you. If you can think it, you can do it. That's the kind of faith that they had then, or they was about to have. You know, that's the kind of faith that he was telling them that they could have if they built on their faith, increased on their faith, and know that they was performing miracles like Yahushua, not on the same level, but they were performing miracles, and people were astounded the things that they were doing. These were the apostles. But there is levels. We're at the beginning stages, and as brothers have been saying, we're going to see some things, some real things, out of this world things. This one in 2 Corinthians and 3. Matter of fact, let's go to this one. There's a lot on increasing. You just tap in the word increasing in your scriptures, in your Bible. You see loads of scriptures on the word increasing. Yeah, because the terminology for turn up in the scriptural pronunciation would be increase. It's just you go into the Urban Dictionary for increase, or the Urban Dictionary for turn up. It just means to turn things up. You know, turn up the volume, turn up the sound, turn up the light. You know, and that's the Urban Dictionary. But when you break it down to the scriptures, we're going to break it down to increase. 2 Corinthians 9 and 9 says, as it is written, he has deposed the brood, he has given to the poor, his righteousness remain forever. Now he that ministereth seed to the sower, but minister bread for your food, and multiply your seed sown, and increase the fruit of your righteousness. Right. Now let me go back to that precept. Yeah. Now he that ministereth seed to the sower, both minister bread for your food, and multiply your seed sown, and increase the fruits of your righteousness. Now let me go back to 1 Corinthians 3 and 8. Start from 6. It says, I have planted, Apollos watered, but God gave the increase. Right, see that? Yeah, this is what Paul was saying. Back up into 5, it says, who then is Paul and who is Apollos? But ministers by whom ye believe, even as the Lord gave to every man. Right, here's the answer. I have planted, Apollos watered, but God gave the increase. Right, so then neither is he that planteth anything, neither he that watereth, but God that giveth the increase. So whatever you put in, yeah, the Most High can make it even grow even more, you know. Because when you plant your seed, it's not you that make it grow. It's Yahweh Shai, through the power of the Ruach HaKodesh. Or if you put it in the terms of gardening, put your seed, plant your seed, throw me can, you know, as I say, throw me can, I'm in a can of fold. Or plant the seed and water it. And then leave it, and the Most High will do the rest. As I say, nature, let nature do the rest. Plant the seed and water it, and let nature do the rest, which really breaks down into the Most High. So 1 Thessalonians 3 and 12 says, and the Lord make you to increase and bound in love one another. All right, let me get the context of this. Wherefore would we could no longer forbear, we thought it good to be left at Athens alone, right? And sent Timothy, our brother and minister of God, and our fellow laborer in the gospel of Yahweh Mashiach, to establish you and to comfort you concerning your faith. Right, concerning your faith. Now jump down, that's the context. And the Lord make you to increase and bound in love toward one another and toward all men, even as we do toward you. To the end he may establish your hearts unblameable in holiness before God, even our Father, at the coming of our Lord Yahweh Shai Mashiach. Giving our praises to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua Ba'ashem HaKadosh. So we're going to take in some of this greenery, some of this, as it's a nice day today. Take our art round, yeah, so yeah, bring out these precepts right beside the lake. Let me bring this one out. 1 Thessalonians. What's that? What's that on my face? Must have went through a cobweb or something. Right, just bring this one out, man. 1 Thessalonians 4:9 says, but as touching brotherly love, ye need not that I write unto you, for you yourselves are taught of God to love one another. and indeed ye do it toward all the brethren which are in all Macedonia, but we beseech you, brethren, that you increase more and more. Yeah. So whatever you're doing with the brotherly love, with all your studying, your meditating, your prayer, your fasting, keeping up with the holy days, we beseech you, this is what he's saying, this is what we're getting at, do it more and more. You can't do enough. There's always room for improvement, always room to increase. So that's why we give our praises to Yahweh Hashem Yosha. Let me go up to the context of it. 1 Thessalonians 4:1 says, furthermore, then we beseech you, brethren, and exhort you by the Lord Yahweh Shai Mashiach, that ye, as ye have received of us how ye ought to walk and to please God, so you would abound more and more. Right? That's the context. Please God and abound more and more. That as ye have received of us how we ought to walk and to please God, so I would abound, so ye would abound more and more. Because why? Why are you gonna abound more and more? Because he's gonna bless you more and more. That's why. Now we're gonna jump down because we got the context. 9 says, that was 1 Thessalonians 4:1. Let's see what 9 says again. We got to do this, man. We got to go over this. Yeah, because we're turning this thing up and we're putting that vibration out there. Yeah, at the beginning of the year. We're in January and we're continuing to turn it up. Yeah, but as touching brotherly love, ye need not that I write unto you, for you yourselves are taught of God to love one another. And indeed ye do it toward all the brethren which are in all Macedonia, but I beseech you, brethren, that ye increase more and more. So yeah, we turn up more and more, regardless. Right, let's bring out another one. Yeah, we're going to continue to push this vibration out there. Right, Proverbs 13:11 says, wealth gotten by vanity shall be diminished. Wealth gotten by vanity shall be diminished, but he that gathereth by labor shall increase. Right, so that's why this kingdom is depleting, because this kingdom was built on slavery, blood, rape, robbing and murdering of Jacob, the children of Yashua, the so-called black people. So it's all ill-gotten gain. And it says there, wealth gotten by vanity shall be diminished. Ill-gotten gain, you got it by vanity, you got it by stealing, robbing and thieving, killing and raping and murdering and fraud. That's why this world is depleting. Because it's a big fraud. It's a big dirty fraud. Just like we're hearing about that exposation of that woman, Elizabeth Holmes, the Edomite woman, with that what's the name of that corporation, that fraudly developed corporation, Theranos, or I think it's called Theranos, where she lied to the people saying that she could heal blood or test blood by just a drop of she had a machine she was able to test blood by just one prick, one drop of blood. She'd be able to find out if you got any kind of disease or anything like that. And she defrauded a lot of poor people, but she had a lot of funding by wealthy people. One of them was Rupert Murdoch, a well-known newspaper editor or owner of the newspaper. Another wealthy people who funded her, so she defrauded many people. So she's being exposed now, and I would say it's very symbolic of this very symbolic of this I don't I don't like when people walk up behind me, try and get in on the getting on my camera. This is supposed to be. I want it to be an edifying video. You know, you're right as are. People think that this thing is just a fun thing, like to get views. This thing is not just. It's not for about getting views. And if we do get views, we want them views to matter. That's why we know that you play with our views. But we don't care, because we want the views that watch our videos to be the views that matter. Like the elect. Not just for entertainment, for what a lot of people take this truth for, a joke and entertainment. So when you play with our views and they go up and you keep putting them down, you behind YouTube, you that CEO of YouTube, Susan something, Susan Davinsky, the CEO of YouTube, and all your understudies that work for you, play with our views and our subscriptions. You know, Most High's letting you do that, because we don't. This thing is not for just no joke thing. This truth is for people that really matter. So if you get 5 views, 5 of the elect, that's better than a million of the wicked, of the 2/3 or the heathen. 5 views of the elect is better than a million of people that don't really matter. So we don't really business about that. This truth is not no joke thing. This truth is not for entertainment, like a lot of people think. Right, so this is the year of turn up, and we see the increase already. We see the increase and the depletion of this place. They're saying thousands are getting the V, so that means thousands soon dead. That's all right. You know, thousands and thousands and thousands. I don't know the exact number, but they're saying it's thousands, and there's new added every day, every week, every month, and that's all right, because this kingdom was built on slavery, rape, rob, and murder, stealing, and fraud. So that's why you're hearing a lot about the fraud being uncovered. That this corporation, this whole corporation, anywhere where the wicked are, is being exposed. It's a web on their camera. And they're being exposed because they're the true criminals on the loose. Yeah. So, wealth gotten by vanity shall be diminished, but he that gathereth by labor shall increase. That's why Jacob is increasing. This truth is increasing. Right? And that's exactly what's going to happen. It's going to increase. Get that stupid idiot out of my... Don't want that fool in my camera. Yeah? Wealth gotten by vanity shall be diminished, but he that gathers by labor shall increase. So we gather by labor, man. Hard work, turning up, and the Most High blesses, as we saw. Yeah? Paul planted, Apollos watered, the Most High made it grow. Most High gave the increase. So we follow suit with that, yeah? This kingdom has to be exposed for what it truly is, man. Proverbs 9 and 8 says, reprove not a scorner, lest he hate thee. Rebuke a wise man, and he will love thee. It's true, you know. It's true, man. You see what happened to these scorners and scoffers when they get reproved, man? They start bugging out. That's what they have to, and then when they bug out, they get reproved and rebuked even more, and then they bug out even more. Yeah? Reprove not a scorner, lest he hate thee. Yeah, and they start to hate you even more, you see. But rebuke a wise man, and he will love thee. Right? What else does it say? Give instructions to the wise man, and he will be yet wiser. Yeah, I understand it, because it's appreciated. And that's the elect. The wise man are described as the elect. And to whom it may concern. A wise man, and he will be a yet wiser. Teach a just man, and he will increase in learning. Yeah? Don't throw your pearls to swine. That's how you say it in a nutshell. Don't throw your pearls to swine. Reprove not a scorner, lest he hate thee. Don't throw your pearls to swine. Prove not a scorner, because he's just going to hate you. But a wise man will love thee. Give instruction to a wise man, and he will yet be wiser. Teach a just man, and he will increase in learning. So we're continuing to put this vibration out there, right? Increasing, right? Because this is that time now. We're in that time now where you're seeing more depletions, planes falling out the skies, helicopters falling out the skies. I don't know if it's anything to do with that 5G, what they was talking about, that they were going to enter in. That they was going to enter in the 5th of January. And you see these helicopters falling out the sky. You see? It's all judgment, man. Judgment of Yahweh and Mashiach. Shall I walk that way? Let's walk this way. You're walking that way, I'm walking this way. Make up your damn mind. Yes, so let's bring out this one in Proverbs 1 and 4. It says, to give stability to the simple and to the young man knowledge and discretion. Yes, man. Let me go up a bit. Proverbs 1 and 3 says, receive the instruction of the to receive. Let me go up from the top, man. The proverb of Solomon, the son of David, king of Israel. Yeah. And we know the story of King Solomon. Most High said, ask whatever you want and I shall give you, man. And he asked for wisdom, you know, because he was wise. Wisdom had to go in and had to go out, had to shepherd the young. The birds are flying back to the place. Had to shepherd the sheep, which was the best thing he could have asked for. Wisdom had to shepherd the sheep. So what did the Most High do? He gave him wisdom, and he gave him on top of that knowledge, wisdom and understanding, and the necks of his enemies, and increased, you know, just like when they used to ask us at school, and they used to ask a couple of us at school, what would you like for if I gave you a wish? And some would say, I would like this for my Christmas, I would like that for my Christmas. But someone who was shrewd would say, if you gave me one wish, I would wish for an unnumbered amount of wishes. I would wish for wishes to infinity. So a wise person would say, if you're asking for a wish, just like Solomon, because that's really what he did. That's really what he did directly. I'll give you one wish, and he said, okay, with that wish, I wish for the wishes to infinity. That means wishes that will never run out. So that's what he did when he asked for wisdom. Because Yahweh appeared to him in a dream and asked him, what would you like me to give you? And he said, you would like wisdom to be able to shepherd the sheep. Because he was a young man, he didn't know how to go out and how to come in. And the Most High, he obliged him, and he gave him the wishes to infinity. The necks of his enemies, gold, silver, land upon land, women upon women, and things that he didn't even consider, the Most High gave him. So that was wishes to infinity. And that's what a wise man would do. So a wise man let me read it again. A wise man will hear and will increase learning, and a man of understanding shall attain unto wise counsel. 4 says, give stability to the simple, and to the young man knowledge and discretion. Right. Proverbs, let me take my time and savor this one. Proverbs chapter 1, go back up again and read it again. Take my time. The proverb of Solomon, the son of King David of Israel. Right. To know wisdom and instruction, to perceive the words of understanding, to receive the instruction of wisdom, justice and judgment and equity, to give stability to the simple, to the young man knowledge and discretion. A wise man will hear and will increase learning, and a man of understanding shall attain unto wise counsel. To understand a proverb and to interpret and the interpretations, the words of the wise and their dark sayings. The fear of the Lord is the beginning of knowledge, but fools despise wisdom and instruction. Yes, so that's That was King Solomon. This was written of King Solomon, man. Yeah? The proverb of Solomon, the son of King David of Israel. Yeah? And he was wise enough to ask for wisdom, and he was blessed with wisdom to infinity. Wishes to infinity, wisdom to infinity. So there's our blueprint there. How to increase. Here's your blueprint. That's one example there, and there's many others. How to increase. And we're going to turn up, we're going to increase. Yeah? The year of turn up. The year of increase. I think we could go around one more time. Let's go around one more time. Yeah? Psalms 115. Is there time? Something about me looking at that, isn't it? Streams of water, life-sustaining water. Yeah? Life-sustaining water, as the scriptures explain. Water, streams of water is life-sustaining. So I'm always looking at that when I'm around here. It's a very symbolic thing about water. Psalms 115 and 30 says, and I will bless them that fear the Lord, both small and great. Yeah, and he blessed Solomon massively, and he blessed King David massively. And the Lord shall increase you more, and you and your children. Like I say, the Most High blesses. When he blesses abundantly. And who God bless, no man can curse. Because when he blesses, he blesses very generously. He actually said to Abraham, I will bless your seed as the stars of the heaven, man. You know, that's an unnumbered number, or the sand of the sea. You can't number the sands of the sea, and you can't number the stars of the heaven. And that's the seed of Abraham, which is us, the so-called black people. And we come in all different shades, you know, mixed multitudes of people, can't be numbered, can't be pigeonholed, can't be counted. Just like you can't count the stars of the heavens, you can't count the sands of the sea, you can't pigeonhole the children of Yahshua Allah. Because we come in all different, you know, as brothers always go into, you know, we come in all different shapes and sizes and shades, you know, so-called mixed multitudes, man, you know. Israelite foreigners, as they're called, Israelite foreigners. So we can't be numbered, and that's all beautiful how the Most High did that. So you can't just look upon a group of people and say, yeah, you don't know. It's the Most High really knows, and the angels, which that time gonna come when He's gonna separate the sheep from the goat. You know, but ultimately it's the elect that He's gonna save anyway. So when the Most High blesses, He blesses very, very generously. Psalms 115 and 30 says, and I will bless them that fear the Lord, both small and great, and the Lord shall increase you more, and your children. Your children, yeah, the scripture talk about we're going to have an unnumbered amount of children. You know, the flocks, we're going to have cattle, we're going to have land beyond land on top of land, we're going to have woman on top of woman on top of woman, we're going to have children on top of children. We're going to have blessings to infinity. I can't say no better than that. Blessings to infinity. And everything on top of that and more. Right, so we're just pushing out that vibration, Akim. Yeah, the Most High turning up, the year of turn up. Yeah, Psalms 185 and 12 says, ye the Lord shall give that which is good, and our land shall yield her increase. Again, Most High going to bless us to infinity, man. Yeah, an unnumbered number that cannot be numbered. And He did so. He looked at the example of Solomon, man. Prime example of Solomon. He blessed him to infinity. And he asked for the right thing. He asked for wisdom, which was an unnumbered amount of wishes. Wishes to infinity. Let me bring out this one here. Psalm 71 and 9 says, thy righteousness also, O God, is very high. Who has done great things, O God? Who is like unto thee? Who is like unto thee? Who is like unto thee? Nobody, man. Nobody is like unto Yahweh, yeah? That which hath showed me great and sore troubles, thou shalt quicken me again. Right, it's quickening us now with this knowledge, man. Yeah, increasing it, turning up this knowledge. Thou shalt quicken me again, thou shalt bring me up again from the depth of the earth. Thou shalt increase my greatness and comfort me on every side. Right, so that greatness is coming, man. We're going to have all these heathens, Goyim, ease in shekels, where they belong. So that greatness is thou shalt increase my greatness and comfort me on every side. Right, kings of the earth, rulers of the earth, man. As it says in Psalms 2. Psalms 2 and 8, man. Yeah? We're going to break them with the iron scepter. All you judges of the earth. We're going to break them with the iron scepter. I might get that one. That might be the last one. So, thou shalt increase my greatness and comfort me on every side. 20 again. Thou hast showed me great and sore troubles. Thou shalt quicken me again. Right, we've been through a lot. Yeah, and every brother's got their testimony. And the few sisters that listen got their testimony. You've been through it because you were under the curses. No doubt. You come through. Most High's quickening you again. Yeah, because he's going to rise you up again. Yeah, thou hast showed me great sore troubles. That's the curses, what we was under, and we're coming out of those, and the curses are going on ease now. Thou quicken me again, and sore troubles, thou quicken me again. Yeah, the rising up of Yahshua Allah, the Prince of the power. Thou shalt bring me up again from the depth of the earth, from the slavery. Right? Thou shalt increase my greatness and comfort me on every side. Giving our praises to Yahweh, Hashem Yoshai. You're going to increase us again. You're going to comfort us on every side. That's those blessings to infinity. That's the turn up. Could it be this year we get out of this wicked place? Psalms 67 and 6 says, then shall the earth yield her increase, and God, even our God, shall bless us. God shall bless us, and all the ends of the earth shall fear him. Right, God shall bless us, and all the ends of the earth shall fear him. So that's a beautiful scripture to end with. As a matter of fact, there's one might be slightly better than that one. Slightly better than that one. Well, really, they're all just as good as each other, but you know, I've always got favourites. If I get a favourite, there's always another favourite to top that one. Right. Because what did Solomon do? Yahweh asked him what he wanted, and he said, give him wisdom. Yeah, and the Most High gave him wisdom to infinity. The necks of his enemies, yeah, he had them, and he had them in derision. He had multiple women. At the necks of his enemies, he had multiple women. Yeah, he had multiple land. He had blessings to infinity, right? And this is what the Most High is saying to us now. Psalms 2 and 8 says, ask of me, and I shall give thee the heathen for thine inheritance, and the utmost parts of the earth for thy possession. Giving our praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yoshai, Ba'ashem Harakapodash. Give double honors to all the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone, and ride up to the house of David. Ask of me, and I shall give thee the heathen for thine inheritance, and the utmost parts of the earth for thy possession. Thou shalt break them with an iron rod. Thou shalt dash them to pieces like a potter's vessel. Alright, we're going to dash them. We're going to break them up. Yeah? We're going to break them with the rod of iron. We're going to dash them to pieces like the potter's vessel. And that's just the beginning. And that's one of the favorite. That's my favorite. For the time being, I could say that's one of the best parts. And it goes on in 10. It says, be wise now, therefore, O you kings. Be instructed, O judges of the earth. Serve the Lord with fear and with trembling. Be wise, now therefore, O ye kings, be instructed, ye judges of the earth. Serve the Lord with fear and trembling. Right, 9 again, I'll read it again, just to savor it. Thou shalt break them. I'll read 10 again. 8. Ask of me, and I shall give thee the heathen for thine inheritance, and the utmost parts of the earth for thy possession. Thou shalt break them with the iron rod. Thou shalt dash them to pieces like the potter's vessel. So we're going to ask the Most High to increase us, and He's going to do just that, to infinity. All praises to Yahweh Shemel Shai for giving me the spirit to do this video. Rise up to the house of David, and everything the wicked have done to us, past, present, and future, is falling upon the wrong head. So shalom to the next one, Akim. Shalom, and rise up to the house of David.